Two people. 3. Anybody in here yet? Oh. Ed Tuttle. Ed, welcome. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Ed? Can hear you loud and clear. Brent, hey Brent, welcome. Loud and clear. Thanks, Ed. Cool. Welcome, guys. We'll probably wait 5-10 minutes for some other people to show up. See if anybody else wants to watch. I think I had maybe 15 on the last one, so we'll see if we get that many this time. This giveaway was only limited this one to just people who ordered a kit in the last week, but future we'll do I'm going to try and do a giveaway every run, every batch of kits, and I think that a lot of them will be open to everyone instead of limiting it to just paying customers. So we'll be giving more stuff away. We'll do some t-shirts and some other, accessories and stuff later on. So anyway, here's what we're going for. Brand new Flysky GT5. This is the radio that I personally use. I really like them. 6-channel. It's got some good features on it. It's got all the bells and whistles you would expect a budget radio to have. Oh, sweet, Mark. Nice. Glad it showed up in one piece. That's good. Hey, so what does everybody think of the box art and the new packaging and everything? Does anybody have an opinion on that? Hey Dave, welcome. Good to see you. I hope everybody likes the boxes because I've got a bunch of them. I think I ordered 250 of those, so those will be the boxes for a while at least, anyway. Cool, thanks Brent, appreciate that. Glad you like it. I like to think I'm an amateur graphic artist at the very least. I have a lot of fun doing the graphics and stuff. I kind of know my way around Illustrator and Photoshop, so I think it's a lot of fun doing logos and stuff like that. Nice, Mark. That's cool. Right on. And let me know if you guys have any problems with your kits. I want to try and provide the best customer service I can, so if there's anything missing or if you got a question about anything, whatever, just shoot me an email, and I'll get you taken care of. I want to make sure everybody's experience is good. I'm still kind of nailing down a few processes and stuff, and how we pack the kits and everything to double check and all that stuff. So it's we've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but it's going pretty smooth. But just always want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. That's my main goal. Looks like we got 8 people in here, maybe. That's good. Say hi in the chat if you're watching. Anybody started building their kits yet? I've started printing parts for the short run of SC kits that are hopefully going to be done by the end of the month. That's for the Axial SCX 10.3. Started printing some batches for those. Hi, No. How are you? Ed Tuttle, you just went together smooth. Great, awesome. Oh, Philippines. No, I just sent a kit to a guy in the Philippines in this last batch. Been chatting with him a little bit. Sounds like there's a little bit of interest over there. Glad to have you. Glad your kit went together, Ed. I love to hear that. It's always nice to get good feedback on something you created. So yeah, I started printing parts for SC kits, and I'm going to be ordering carbon for those soon. The bumper pieces that everyone is waiting on for me to send out, those will be here. I got a shipping notification, and those will be here Monday, so I'll be shipping those out. Hopefully, I think I can probably get them done Tuesday or Wednesday, get everything sent out, so you guys should have your carbon bumper pieces by the end of next week. So that's good. Really apologize about that little bit of a hiccup, but that was just a total oversight on my part. I thought I had enough in my mind, and I didn't check, and I didn't have enough. So anyway, we'll get that taken care of. So yeah, and then I think we'll have, I think I'm going to do 24 of the SC kits, hopefully by the end of the month, and then in December we're going to do a run of the CC kits. And I think we still have, let's just go look. We'll just go look real quick. TC, we still got some of these in stock. Yeah, we still got 19 of the TC kits in stock, so tell your friends if they want one, come and grab one. Anybody planning on doing any competitions or anything with their TC kits? I know, I think there's a small handful of guys that have done some competitions so far, and they did pretty good with them. Always interested to see if people are actually using them for competition and how they do with them. Yeah, make sure you guys are posting pictures in the group too. I always love seeing build pictures of all your guys' rigs being built up. It's always fun to see what kind of axles and brass and all that kind of stuff, how you guys are setting them up. Cool, Dave. That's awesome. I'm really interested to see how they stack up. I mean, we're me and all of my crew and Conrad, my main test driver, we all are a little biased and think they're pretty good, but it's always good to get some feedback from someone outside of the circle to see how they do in other places. So nice, Brent. Yeah, that's cool. Brazen makes a good chassis. They're like one of the originators with the TRX4 stuff for sure. They make a good product. I got a lot of inspiration from of course G-Speed, Brazen, Toyzuki, the Pro Crawler, Flat Gecko, all those chassis. Those are all everybody, all of them make a great product, and so this is my little spin on it. So SMR CRC is our local group. Competition is very stiff. All top tires run CBE and Brazen. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know, Mark. You'll have to keep us updated and let us know how you do. Ed, you built yours? Yeah, cool. Yeah, Conrad's he's good. He's really gets. He's super detail oriented and really took time setting his up and testing a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, he's. If you want yours to perform really well, just copy what Conrad did, because I think his probably. Yeah, I think his outcrawls mine slightly, just because I run my rubber bands a little bit more snug, a little bit tighter than he does, and I have my at least the front suspension strapped down a little bit harder than he does. But they're pretty equal. We can do pretty much all the same stuff, but he's an excellent driver too. So I always give the excuse that I'm a designer and not a driver. So if I can't climb something, then I always throw that out so that I have an excuse. But yeah, Conrad's, if you want yours to perform well, copy what Conrad's doing or copy what I'm doing, and we find that the Predator compound stuff does really, really good on the type of rocks that we have around here. Yeah, Dave, testing and tuning is. It's so funny. We go out to we've got a local lake out here, Lucky Peak, that we go to that's got like this killer rock area, especially when in the wintertime when the lake is low. It's great, but it's so funny because we go out there and we hit like the same 15 obstacles, pretty much every time we go out there, and then we always are searching for new lines and stuff. We found a couple actually last weekend that were some pretty sick lines, but we always are. I go and make sure we hit the same stuff, and we found it's so crazy that just 10 degrees of temperature will make a difference in how your tires grip and how everything reacts. It's insane. Last weekend we had like grip for days and found a couple of new lines that we had never been able to do before, that we had tried earlier in the summer, that when it was super hot and we couldn't do them. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. So we'll wait a few more minutes here, maybe to 7:15, and then we've got this wheel of names set up here. These are all the order numbers from the last run. So actually I need to go grab my name sheet real quick. Hang on. Yeah, so I've got this wheel of names here, and we'll spin it, and then whatever order number comes up, that's going to be the winner. Brent, what type of bands would you recommend? Like just regular drag tire warmers on a crawler? So Brent, to answer your question, so we just use, and I will show you on Amazon exactly which ones we use. We use these number 33, and I will paste this into the chat so you can see which ones I'm talking about. So we just order these in black just because they kind of blend in with the chassis, but they got a bunch of different colors. But yeah, just number 33s, and then those are actually long enough where if you want, you can double them, or you can loop them through themselves and single them. So they've actually these have enough give to them where you can do it either way. If you want to strap it down, you can like loop it under the axle and do double loop on the top, or you can feed it through itself and do a single, and then you can move the screws around in the back and kind of play with it that way. So, but we've had good luck with these, and they're super cheap. It's like $10 for 100 of them, so it's super cheap. Dave said, "Above wonder using drag tire warmers on a crawler. for an event. Yeah, I'd be interested. Actually, would be interested to see if that made a difference. I mean, obviously, if it's super cold outside, they're going to cool off pretty quick, just because there's not enough mass there to hold a bunch of heat in them. But I would be curious if it was like, like a moderate day, like 75 or 80 degrees, if you warmed them up and then right before you went to a serious climb or something, if it made any difference. That's interesting. I would be curious to see if that made a difference or not. Well, guys, we got like 8 or 9 people in here. 7:15, 7:16. So let's give the wheel a spin and see who wins here. Shall we? Let's give her a click. $10.29. Roy Hicks. I don't think Roy's here. Anyway, congratulations to Roy. I need to take some screenshots of this to make sure everybody sees what happened here. G8 does better when it's really hot. Yeah, that's actually true, David. We found that actually the the deep woods, the Duratrax deep woods, when it's super hot, like over 95 outside, the deep woods do really well too. Yeah, congrats. Roy Hicks is the big winner. So I'll have to post that up in the group and send him an email and let him know that he won. Trenchers. Yeah, David, we run trenchers and the crawlers both, but we run them in Predator compound. But yeah, G8 works when it's super hot, but yeah, like if it's like below 95 degrees, the Predator is like, they're like warm bubble gum around here. They stick to everything. So, and apparently they stick when it's cooler outside. It was like below 70 last weekend when we were crawling, and they were sticking like crazy. So yeah, they stick all the way down to like into the 60s, which is cool. I was surprised at how well they were sticking. The crawlers are good. I actually prefer the trenchers. Conrad, I think, likes the crawlers. I also tried the BFG, the Pro line, the other muds. I can't remember exactly which ones they are, but they've got another one that's in Predator. I tried those two, and those seem to do pretty good as well. I just, for whatever reason, I just prefer the trenchers over everything else. Scorpios, I don't think I've seen those before. No, those. Are those, oh, J Concepts, okay, cool. Capra Kit, if you want to run SOA, can you see through, so the CC kit, the Capra Conversion Kit, is, chassis mounted servo CMS with a Panhard mount. There's really, the frame rails are asymmetrical, so they're there's not a provision for an upper link on the driver's side of the chassis. So yeah, I wanted to, all three of the chassis, I wanted to make sure that they were legal for C2. But C3 four-wheel steering, I think the rear body mount / rubber band mount is probably going to interfere with the if you do a servo and axle in the back. But If you had access to a printer, you could probably print a different looking cross member for the back if you wanted to get around that. Yeah, the whole main concept and goal behind this was to do all three of the main brands of crawlers that everybody likes, the two axials and the TRX4, and then make them all Class 2 legal. That was like the big thing. I didn't really plan for doing any kind of rear steer or anything like that. I mean, it certainly could be done, but it'll take a little bit of finagling for sure. Will's here. Evening, Will. We just drew a name just a minute ago. You missed it. Roy Hicks was the winner. Hopefully that answers your question, Mark. Those tusks, are those on here too? No, I don't know. Those a different brand or something maybe. It's especially tough to do a four-wheel steer setup with the TRX4 axle because the top of it's like so. It's not super bulky, but it's a little bulky, and it also doesn't have the fourth link mount on the axle. So I think there's some people make stuff to make those into a 4-link, but yeah. I've had a couple people ask about rear steer before, and I just always was concentrating on Class 2, so. What are those other the new tusks? What are those? Oh, it's the J Concept Tusk Class 2. Those look pretty good. Yeah, those don't look too bad at all. They got some good chunky tread on there. We also, so that's another thing that we do, is we run either ProLine or Crawler Innovations dual stage foams in soft, the CIs in soft, and then just the regular ProLine dual stage. Those seem to work quite well and work really well for side hilling. These normal foams, like you see, just the standard open cell foams, you can't side hill very good with those. They're just too flexible. I'm actually curious about those anti-foams that those three brothers came out with. I might have to order a set of those and just try them, see what I think. They seem pretty cool. Anybody else have any other questions or anything they want to ask, talk about? Design and plan to print some TPU. Oh, cool, Will, right on. That's interesting. If you feel like it, post some pics in the group. I'd like to see what you have there. What kind of weight do you run? Brass, whatnot. So I run brass outers on the front, and then I have those GRC aluminum knuckle setups. So a little bit of brass. So I've got brass. They're like Trial or something brass outers, and then I run these right here. So I run this set of GRC inners, the high clearance knuckles on the front, and then I also have I run the all GRC aluminum inners on the rear, and then some, I think they're TRC or Trial aluminum outers. So it's all aluminum stuff on the back, stock plastic housings, stock plastic housing on the front with brass outers, aluminum inners, and then with the Crawlmaster Mini ESC, a small BEC, and then I use a GT5 receiver and a 1500 3S. And I've got aluminum wheels on mine too, but they're pretty light aluminum wheels. They actually have plastic clamp rings in them. They're not super heavy. I'm right at 5 pounds, maybe a half an ounce over, maybe at most an ounce over, but I'm literally right on 5 pounds with my setup, and that's with running a cliffhanger body on it too. So, Dave, I run dual stage rear, hair donut front. Oh, okay, cool. Right on, Dave. Yeah, that's cool. I've never done the hair donut things before. I've heard people using that before. No problem, Dave. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm giving back to you guys for supporting me in my little venture here. So I'm gonna try to do a giveaway. I'm not gonna say once a month, but I would like to do it like at least every drop. I would like to do some kind of a giveaway, give back to you guys, and I'll be doing some, t-shirts and apparel and that sort of thing, and then I'll probably do like some servos and stuff like that too. So I want to make sure I'm keeping the guys happy that are helping support my company. So I think all the GRC inner rear stuff that I run is on here somewhere too. Model TRX4. Oops. Yeah, so here's the TRX4 inners here, and then the TRX4 outers for the rear are here. So that's what I run on the back of mine, is just the aluminum stuff. I think I actually got the black outers on mine, but and then stock plastic housings. I think if you rig, I used to be of the opinion that if your rig was super heavy, it did way better, but after doing some testing and watching Conrad, he had his stock TRX4 down to like well under 6 pounds, like 5.5, I think, and it was like mine was at like 7.5, almost 8, and I couldn't crawl anything that guy could crawl, and so we found 5 pounds is right about the sweet spot, and so that's like 60-40 front rear, and it's fairly equal left to right, but that's 60-40 front rear right at 5 pounds. And then I'm running overdrive and underdrive in mine, so over and under. So I think that with the just in the axles and the diffs, so I think that's close to 30%. I think anything past 30% is, it doesn't, I mean, really the only thing that it does it helps you turning, it helps your sharp, turning sharper, more turning angle with overdrive. On climbing, I don't know that it really does a ton, because if you're in a steep climb, most of the weight is on your rear tires anyway. So yeah, Dave, 5 and 6, yep. That's I think all the Conrads, and then we had 2 other guys that had the prototype chassis that were helping out with some testing too, and I think they were one guy, Sage Baker, who's in the group, he had a ton of brass on his, and he actually ended up pulling some back off of it because it was too heavy. It wouldn't side hill, it would just roll off. And then Mike, another one of the guys in the group that had a prototype, he had I think he was all stock on his, and so he was, but I think he had a Fusion and some other stuff on there, so he was over 5 pounds too. But yeah, 5 to 6 is about the sweet spot for everything for sure. Faux show. Weights. So Brent's asking thoughts on using car tire weights in the wheels. Recently put some in mine. Feel like it hurt my performance. Well, Brent, I would completely agree with it hurting performance. So from like an engineering standpoint, if you don't want rotational mass, rotational inertia, whatever you want to call it, if your tires are super heavy, yeah, they'll hold the rig down. But the thing that you're going to do, if you need to make quick moves, if you need to reverse quick or whatever, it takes a lot of energy to get all that weight spinning, and then when you stop it really quick, the start and stop, you'll actually start breaking parts. I've seen guys that have stripped the upper smaller portal gear when running too heavy weights in their tires like that. So my opinion, and I think Conrad agrees with me, is the lighter you can be in your wheel tire package, the better it is. And you want to add weight to the, add brass. You do brass outers. You could do brass diff cover to add weight down low. You could even, if you really wanted to, you could put brass lower links on, but I don't think those are necessary. We actually run the super light titanium links from Samix on ours. But yeah, rotational mass is kind of bad for wear and tear, and it's bad for performance because it takes a lot more energy to start that weight turning, and then it takes more energy to slow it down and stop it too. So it's better to not. That used to be the thing way back, but now that we've progressed in the last 5 or 10 years in crawling, it's not running any weights in your tires is the way to go for sure. Light is better for your wheel tire combo. Received my TCV1 today. Just finished building chassis. Cool. RC crawling and trailing. Cool. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear you got your package. Awesome. Conrad has a set of prototype wheels on his CC chassis right now, and we're kind of playing around with some prototypes on some wheels and stuff, and that's kind of a back burner goal, is to maybe do some wheels at some point. We're still kind of in the early stages of testing on those, and doing some beta testing. So, but I've heard that people want the higher offset wheels for like the Capra axles. These would actually, you could swap the hubs out and you could put them on anything, but we are sort of kind of working on that in the background. Maybe do some wheels and some other accessories in the future. So no problem, Brent. Great question. So yeah, wheels. Maybe we'll do some wheels at some point, maybe after the first of the year. I want to make sure I get all 3 chassis released, get some units out there, get some people using them, and make sure everything's cool and running smooth with all that, and then I can start playing around with some accessories and stuff. And wheels seem like those are sorely needed. There's not a lot of options for the high offset style wheels. Building some Boom Racing ultralight. Ooh, yeah, cool, Mark. Those look really cool. The modular design of those Boom Racing ones seem like that's a pretty smart way to go. That's pretty cool. The ultimate goal for the wheels that I'm looking at, they would be a combination of carbon and aluminum and some plastic stuff too. So we're kind of playing around with materials and costs and that sort of thing. So we'll see if it happens. Hopefully it does. But oh, thanks, Brent. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely something we're thinking about for sure. It's you got to build up some capital and stuff to do that sort of thing, because to do any of this stuff, you've got to get stuff in enough volume to be able to make it worth your time, because everybody's time is worth something. So you got to make it worth your time. But my goal is to make them competitively priced, meaning hopefully less than the average price that's on the market now. So because I know Pro Crawler, they make some 3D printed wheels that they look pretty cool, and they're super lightweight. They're like 26 grams or something. They're ridiculously light, which is pretty cool. Punks 3D makes their carbon ones, those are pretty cool. They're kind of an interesting build style on those. Of course, you got the TGH high offsets you can get those actually super heavy, which I would never buy those with the steel rings. That's just too much weight. But those are a very nice looking wheel. Those are cool. And then oh yeah, and then Boom Racing makes theirs. So yeah, I just would like to eventually throw my hat in the ring with a set of wheels that would hopefully interest people. 3D printing is excellent. Oh, thank you. 10.3 chassis next. Yeah, so RC crawling and trailing. Yeah, we're pretty much all the testing is done for the SC kit, and we're going to be. I've already started printing parts for those, so those will be coming at the end, hopefully by the end of the month. Thanks for the compliment on 3D printing. So currently I have 2 Prusa Mark III S Pluses, and I'm probably getting another one. And those printers are absolute workhorses. They're great, and they produce really nice prints. And the filament that I use is really easy to work with, and seems like it's super strong. The only breakages that we've had are like those front bumper pieces, and I decided to replace those with carbon anyway. So Brent and I are in the same RC club here in Arkansas. Dominate next season. Cool. That's awesome, David. Yeah, I hope good luck to you guys. I hope you do well. I hope that the chassis works out for you in the comps. That'd be awesome. Oh, here's another little sneak peek for you. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. So this is the new Panhard mount and upper link mount for the 10.3 axle on here. Hopefully you can see that. It's actually, you can see it's higher. The mount is higher than the stock location because I wanted to play around with the anti-dive geometry on the front, so that because I found in the stock location the 10.3 was unloading a little more than I wanted it to on the front. So by raising the axle end of the upper link, effectively what you're doing is when you're power on, it wants to suck the front of the rig down instead of extend the shocks. It wants to suck it down when you adjust your geometry for anti-dive like that. So I tried to do that a little bit and get it to work a little bit better. Seems like it helped pretty good. So and that mount is pretty strong. I've done quite a few tumbles with it, and nothing's happened to it. So I've had really, really good luck with this filament I'm using. It's pretty strong. So we're also doing this SC kit is going to have it's going to have additional parts in it. So it's going to include the upper front link. It's also going to include a Panhard bar with Revo style ends on it, and then it's going to have a drag link also with Revo ends on it, because I wanted to make sure all that stuff was all equal length to eliminate the bump steer. And the 10.3 stock Panhard bar is a joke. Like, I can't even believe that they sent that kit out with that thing in there. It's so small. I don't know. I also broke a Panhard mount off of my my first 10.3 housing. I snapped it one day on not even that hard of a tumble. So that's why I wanted to do the printed mount for the Panhard, because the stock ones, I've heard a ton of people snapping those off. But yeah, the SC kit is going to come with upper link and drag link and a Panhard bar, all with the drag and steering are going to have Revo ends on it, and the upper link's still going to have the SSD ends on it. So, and then should be coming with the drive shaft pieces. So, hey Jordan, how's it going? Did you get your kit yet? CC is still on track for December. Yeah, well, I gotta get my ducks in a row and get a few things ordered for the CC kit. But yes, we're still looking at December for that one for sure. GRC make a set of spline that drive shafts like the one that came in my kit. They do actually, yes. I think you can get those on AliExpress, maybe. Oops. GRC. Well, let's do this. TRX4 shaft. Nope, I'm going to have to go find the link for it. Give me a second here and I'll see if I can find the link for that. Where am I? Looking. Hang on just a second here. Nope, that's not it. This one maybe. Nope, that's not it either. Nope. I can't find it. I will post that in the group as soon as I find it. I don't know where it is, but I know that they do sell them on AliExpress. I source my GRC shafts from a different place, but I know that they are on here, and they're not too bad priced. They're pretty decent. So I'll find that link and I'll post it in the group for you. Let me catch up. CC still yeah, Jordan, not yet. Oh, hit Canada. Oh yeah, that's right, Jordan. You are in Canada. That's right. Cool. Should be there by Tuesday. Awesome. Yeah, cool. Yeah, everybody post up pictures when you get your stuff. I love seeing people. It's kind of surreal seeing something that I've just packed and put together at somebody else's house and open. It's really kind of fun seeing everybody opening their kits up. It's cool. A little bit of sense of pride there. Man, I thought that I had that link, but maybe I don't. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, I know where to find. Oh, nope, I can't find it there either. Nope, that's not it either. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, found it. Okay. Who was asking that? Let me look back through the comments here. Oh yes, RC crawling and trailing. Here you go. Here's your link. There's the AliExpress link for those GRC shafts, and that's like the three. Like these are split. You can either order the double kit, or you can order the. Why is that in Italian? I don't know why that's in Italian. Change that to EN at the front, I think. Nope. You'll have to change the. No, where is it? Italiano. I have no idea why it did that. Oh, change it here. Change it in the second pull down. Salva. There we go. Now it's in English. I don't know why that was pasted in Italian. Local Hobbyist Cyclone can order a couple of these kits. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Just send an email to support@negativegrc.com or admin@negativegrc.com if they want. Like I said, I think there's still 19 left on the site, so got several ready to go. Swallowed some here. Yeah, I think I have to order some more aluminum standoffs for the CC kit and for the Panhard Panhard link, because that's longer than the other kit, and I think, and the CC kit is going to come with a bunch of Revo rod ends. I'm going to provide Revo ends for all the links too, because the axial links are kind of long, and we need to shorten the wheelbase up on that, so putting Revo links on there actually helps. So it'll come with 2, 4, 6, 8. It'll come with 10 Revo links, 10 Revo rod ends in it to do that. And then I have all the rod ends, but I need to order the aluminum parts for the Panhard, and then printing and do a carbon order for that. So those are on track for December, but it seems like I had more messages about the SC kit, so that's why I'm doing that one first. But yeah, and that the CC kit is like with those longer links on there, man, it can climb some crazy stuff too. We've been having really good luck with that one, so. Well, cool, guys. It's been like 45 minutes. Appreciate you guys all hanging out and chatting. If anybody has any other questions, ask them now. Otherwise, we can kind of call it, and we can chat on the next live stream. This is kind of fun doing live streams. I've never done it before. This is my second one ever, so this is kind of cool. And there's like a 10-second delay on this thing too, I think, so I have to ask a question and then wait and watch for see if anybody types anything. Yep, right at 48 minutes, almost 49 minutes. Cool. Alright, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it. Appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out and chatting. So it's super fun to talk to you guys. And see you in the group. Make sure you guys post pictures. We really love to see what everybody's up to and how your build is going. So, thanks a lot. Feedback again. Let's be able to post some pics to Facebook. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Brent. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys a lot. Thanks for the support. Really, really appreciate everything. So, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.